Hello, Charleston fans. This is my dad, Douglas Archer. Big Doug, Big Dougie. Number one Charleston Battery fan, if you didn't know. And we're just gonna talk about Caribbean Heritage Month. Would you say there's a good amount of national pride in our family?
Of course, most certainly, Leland. I chose to follow in my father's footsteps, Douglas Archer Sr., and I entered the police service. Then, I enlisted into the Defense Force as an officer, where I was privileged to be appointed to many important duties all over the world. National pride and service to country is overflowing in our country. This pride includes having a son who gives his best to his Charleston Battery team in the USL, and who is always willing to represent his country in the sport of football.
I think from a young age, we always had that kind of, pride to represent the country starting from you. We always saw it where, you'd be in parades and these other stuff with a lot of pride. You never really missed a parade. So yeah, it was always important for me, probably also Shannon and Mom, to although they didn't represent at that kind of level or stage, they were always supporting. It was always a honor and privilege because not everybody had that opportunity.
Any Caribbean players who were a role model to you early in your career?
Yeah, definitely. Many people I've played with at Charleston, the 7 years I've been here, a lot of Caribbean players especially that influenced me positively. I started playing with the likes of Atula Guerra.
It falls to the back post, Archer lays it off, here's Guerra, and Charleston are level.
Who at the time was, one of the best players in Trinidad. He was playing against Messi at the time for the national team. He was at a very, very high level. I'd say he probably, helped me a lot from being in college to moving to the pro. So I'll say also Dwight York was an influence. Growing up, that's all we kind of heard about, watched. Playing for Manchester United, he was one of the best players to come out of Trinidad. So yeah, definitely have a lot of Caribbean influence, not only on myself, but on a lot of people around the world as well, especially my other teammates who aren't from the Caribbean. What would you say are some of the ways that we celebrate Caribbean culture and heritage in our country, apart from the Lyman?
Yeah, boy. Apart from Lyman, Trinidad and Tobago is a melting pot of diverse cultures: African, European, Indian, indigenous persons, and Chinese, among others. These various cultures influence our dance, our music, our cuisine to make us that special group of people called the Caribbean people, and specifically Trinidad and Tobago citizens. We acknowledge our various religious holidays, many of which have their signature meals and events that make us one happy member of the Caribbean community.
Do you have any message that you would like to give to others about the importance of honoring Caribbean heritage?
You must be proud for where you come from. It is important to celebrate every event where people of different countries come together to celebrate each other's country's uniqueness and diversity, to positively highlight the country and its people and culture. And even when you travel away, always try to do your best and be a positive influence on the place you reside, and be proud doing so. Enjoy where you live, but also remember where you came from. That's what I would like to say about that.
Thanks for chatting with us today, with the Charleston Battery family. Hopefully they get some insight into our family and what it means for us to represent our country.
See you in Charleston soon, or in Trinidad and Tobago.
See ya later.